I was taking care of this little girl. She's 11, and she was in the ICU 5 weeks. She's chronic. She had neuroblastoma when she was 1. And then over the summer, she was having respiratory issues. She was on BiPAP at night, and she just wasn't getting rest, wasn't getting enough oxygen. So they brought her into the PICU, and she was intubated. And she was awake the entire time, writing on her whiteboard, playing Go Fish, telling us that she wanted to go shopping, she wanted to go home, she wanted her dog. We tried to extubate her. We weren't able to. So she had surgery. She got a trach, and she was put on a ventilator, which was going to limit what she could do, because before she'd been able to kind of get in her wheelchair and go as she wanted, and now she wasn't going to be able to. So her goal was rehab. And so we were working towards that. And it was Saturday morning that one of the ICU doctors and I were talking to her, and he kind of pulled me to the side and he said, "She's just breaking my heart." He said, "She's just not happy. She's miserable. She wasn't like this before." And I told him, I was like, "She needs to get out of here. She needs to go somewhere. She's been here for 6 weeks." The doctor and I asked her, "If you could go anywhere, where would you want to go?" And I was fully prepared for her to say, "Well, I want to go home." But her face just lit up and she said, "I want to go to the gift shop." So we worked off and on all day for a couple hours with respiratory, PT, OT, and a bunch of other teams of doctors to make sure that she would tolerate being up in her chair, going somewhere, going on a trip. We had her wheelchair strapped with a monitor, a portable suction, a pulse ox, her emergency to-go bag, which had extra trachs, suction, saline, gloves, meds. She came down to the gift shop and she was wanting to buy all this High School Musical stuff and Webkins. That was her big thing, was let me see all the Webkins. Her parents were ecstatic. They took pictures, they had the video camera, her cousin, grandparents were there. That was her trip. And then after that she started doing really well and she was able to get up in her chair and wanting to get dressed, and then it was probably a week and a half later that she was able to move to rehab.